BlazeBodyz! What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for finding your way back here to the craziness. Listen, I really apologize. If I sound congested or stuffed up, I am suffering a little bit from some allergy. I don't have allergies. As a kid growing up, never had them. Even though I grew up in a household with constant secondhand smoke floating around, that constant cloud, with my mother smoking, I still, and also growing up, our house was in the middle of the woods. Still had no allergy symptoms, nothing like that. But now, later on in life, as I've become a little bit older, I'm experiencing some unwarranted symptoms of allergies, and it's really, I think, mainly because the level of pollen has become so increasingly bad, and because of that, everyone's taking tons of allergy meds. They're popping Zyrtec and Allegra and all these particular, and then of serious nature. I know I have clients who go to their physician and get prescribed particular meds of more serious nature. One girl I train gets shots every week. And you got to understand that that's going to have an effect on the scale. Now, again, I've said it before, I train a lot of females, a lot of younger and older women, and I keep track of their weight. We do weigh-ins every week, and I am meticulous about keeping track of things. And I see constant fluctuations on the scale, and I know of the ones who are on meds. And because they'll tell me, they're like, man, the pollen was bad. I've been on meds all week. And then the scale will be up like 3 or 4 pounds. So it's definitely having an effect of some sort on the scale, and the reason being is this. This is how the human body works. Now, let's use pollen as an example. Pollen being an irritant, an allergy irritant, gets into the system. The body realizes it's got a possible or questionable substance in it, and immediately, as a form of self-defense, releases particular things to fight it off. A series of chemical reactions occur, cells are made, things are excreted, and the self-defense happens. Little soldiers get released onto the battlefield, if you will, right? So, in the event of that, depending upon the type of med, whether it be something over the counter or something prescribed, things will happen to combat that particular irritant, and unfortunately, you experience some unwanted side effects, and that's what we see in the event of an allergy. Now, what happens is, you got to understand there are different types of allergy meds. There are ones over the counter that you can just go buy, and those are what you call antihistamines. Histamine being one of the things that gets released to combat the allergic reaction. And then there are the more stronger ones that are for more of serious nature. Those act as somewhat of a anti-inflammatory and antihistamine. So nevertheless, whether it be something less severe or something more severe, there's going to be an effect on what happens is there's going to be an effect on water retention. And that's what you see on the scale. Now, again, a lot of these ladies that I'm weighing on a regular basis, I know their diets are in check. I know they're super serious. I know they're adhering and complying to what I'm telling them. So I know it's not fat gain. It's water retention. And as much as I reassure them, they still freak out. Rightly so. Who wants to see the scale go up when you're busting your tail, right? But what happens is, in regards to the antihistamines, what's happening is somewhat of a theory of mine, but I believe that they're drying out the individual, causing a state of dehydration. Much like a lot of those fat burners that are out nowadays that you can get at the health food store, they just incorporate herbal water pills basically in them, and you end up getting dehydrated. So in the state of dehydration, the body fights back with that, with other particular hormones and self-defense, and raises particular antidiuretic hormones, and you end up holding on to water. And a lot of that is because of a deficit of electrolytes from dehydration. Now on the other one, on the more severe anti-inflammatory situation, anytime there's any inflammatory situation, whether it be from an irritant or allergy or an injury for that matter, water is going to be shuttled and sent to the particular area. There's going to be some water retention. So no matter what, whether it be either type of medication, whether it be severe or not, the scale is going to be affected. Now also too, probably more so on the anti-inflammatory, antihistamine combo type thing, you're going to see a stimulation of appetite. More commonly with the anti-inflammatories, I feel. On the end of with the antihistamines, like your Zyrtex and your Allegras and your Claritin and all those, you can have a secondary hunger type effect from dehydration. A lot of times people who haven't drank enough water during the day confuse hunger with they think they're hungry, they're just dehydrated. If they just drank more water, all would be well, you know? So that's where you run into your problems. So if you're on, this is my recommendation to you, if you're on a over-the-counter type allergy med, and again, whether it be something not prescribed or prescribed, if you need that, you need to be on that, okay? Most definitely the one if it's prescribed, okay? You need to alleviate and live your life without having massive migraines and discomfort daily. So you do what you have to do. But if you are on some sort of antihistamine, over-the-counter type thing, you need to make sure you're getting adequate amounts of water. And I talk to people all the time, and they are drinking enough water, but they don't understand that their electrolytes are being depleted, so you're not holding on to that water. It's basically like filling up a cup with about 20 holes in it. The water's just going to pour out. You can't quench that thirst. So in that situation, I'd recommend that you use once daily a electrolyte replacement drink. That could be Propel or vitamin water or Gatorade if you had to, or Powerade, or going a step further, you could get Pedialyte. That's for kids and babies, but it tastes like crap, so you got to sweeten it a little bit. Do that once daily. If you're on any type of more prescribed anti-inflammatory type allergy med, I would recommend that you avoid at all costs all salty foods, condiments, things with extra sodium, you know, all your dressings and sauces and stuff. You need soy sauces. You need to avoid any of that because you're going to be extremely sensitive to water retention from that particular med. So either way, the scale is going to be affected. You have to just take some precautions, and you can alleviate a lot of the frustration with the scale a little bit. It's still going to be issues with the scale as long as you're on that med, but you can make things a whole heck of a lot worse by avoiding certain things. All right, so I'm sorry if you are experiencing some allergies, as I am. I hope that you guys can get through it, and no matter what, don't let it stop you from hitting the gym. Stay hydrated no matter what you're doing. Stay hydrated daily. That's essential no matter what. And then most definitely avoid all the salty condiment stuff, because it's only going to make matters worse as far as the scale goes if you are on those meds. All right? I'm going to leave you with that, everyone. Thank you very much for your time. And get to the gym. Pretend like there's no tomorrow. There's literally no tomorrow. And crush it as hard as you can, like it's your last workout on this earth. And that's how every workout should be. Give it your absolute all, and all will be well. All right, I'm going to leave you all at that. Have a great weekend. Stay strong, my friends. Next week we'll meet up again, and we'll figure something else to talk about. Thanks for coming by.
Every thought, to every step I take, to every